Howdy everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. Today is the 20th of January, 2021, and today it is Flosstube number 56. Welcome back everybody. I did a video about 2 weeks ago and it was all cross stitch. Today's gonna be a little bit of crochet added, just 2 projects. Actually, one's a knit, one's a crochet, but it's all cross stitch. So if you enjoy cross stitch, you're in the right place. I have new releases planned to show at the end, some cross stitch news, some questions that I had on the last video, a giveaway winner, and some progress that I've done throughout the week. So you're gonna have to excuse this awful hair. It is so windy here in Southern California. It has been hellacious winds where I live. So much so that the plants are damaged in my backyard. Everything's turned on its side. The barbecue cover almost blew over the fence. It's just so bad. It's been this way for 3 days. So the static in the air is just awful, and it's just awful. Anyway, the other bit of news, if you're part of my Facebook group, again, Stitching and then the numbers 911, we're going to be having a stash dive starting February 5th through 7th. Now, my group is not a selling or giveaway or buying group at all. We leave that for the other Facebook groups. Mine has no selling whatsoever. However, this weekend, I'm going to open it up starting Friday the 5th for anyone who wants to sell, gather all your stash, gather charts, fabric, floss. You can do yarn, quilting supplies. It's completely open to everyone who wants to de-stash and maybe sell a few things. If you want to give stuff away, it's up to you. If you want to trade, it's up to you. It's just going to be a big stash dive. So I'm hoping that if you're in the group and you're interested, you can start collecting charts, start collecting stash that you just aren't going to stitch or you don't want that could go to a new home. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I had one in the summertime, I believe, and it was a lot of fun. I even bought a few charts off of the stash dive from other people. I highly suggest people use PayPal because then you have a recourse. If something should happen where the seller doesn't sell you something or, doesn't ship it to you, which better not happen in my group, but you know how it goes. Sometimes it can happen anywhere. And I'm not saying there's shady people in my group. It never happened last time. Everybody shipped what they said they were going to ship. But PayPal is there for you as a backup, just so you have. So I have told the members, please use PayPal if you can. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That is February 5th through 7th in my group. I had a few questions on my last video, which I'll run through really quick. I had a question about the Bate Bowman chart that I showed a few videos back. I'll show it here. It is by Twin Peak Primitives. It's available in their Etsy shop or on their website. Beautiful chart. I believe my friend Alice, who I met last year at Dutch Mania in the Netherlands, stitched the model. If I'm not mistaken, I think she did. Okay, someone asked, how do I join your Facebook group and your Zoom stitch meetups? Go to Facebook, search Stitching space 911 in the numbers, and it should pop up. There's 2 questions you have to answer, and that way I know you're a stitcher, because otherwise I have no idea who you are coming into the group. Those that don't answer the questions, I'll deny, because I can't always see that you're a stitcher, and I just don't know, who you are. So answer the 2 questions, come on in, and then you'll see in announcements when I have a Zoom meetup. And the way you do that is you download Zoom on your iPad or a computer. It's free, and just join us. I always post the link. You click the link, and then you should be able to come in. And it asks, do you want to come in with computer audio or video? You always choose yes. That way we can see each other and hear you. So come into the group and we'll help you from there. No problem. Someone asked, can I join the Zoom meetups through Instagram? And right now, no. Only because it's for members of my group only on Facebook. And the reason for that is my Instagram is public. And sometimes I get some weirdos. I had one guy just a few weeks ago asking him for a date. It's like, really, dude? Come on, man. So I post any of the Zoom links on Instagram for that reason only, because I don't want any weirdos coming into my Zooms. It's a safe place for everybody. So the Zoom meetups are for members only of the group on Facebook. Someone asked a question about a year at Hawk Run Hollow, which I'll show here. They asked if I substituted any colors, and I sure did. I am not usually one to substitute colors. So this is A Year at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And I chose, here's my progress on this. Now, if you notice the dress on the girl in the first block, it is red. And on the chart, it's a different color. That is ribbon red. That is in place of 920. I wanted more of a red than an orange. And so you can see in the lion's head, he's also red and brown and orange. The orange is Colonial Copper. This is all classic Colorworks. The green, English Ivy. And Campfire, which replaced 918. So Colonial Copper, which is the orange, replaced 921. Ribbon Red replaced 920. Campfire for 918 and English Ivy for 936. I love it. I wanted more red than orange. So let me see if I can, something on my lip. I can get the chart. Yeah, I think it's a little more orange in the chart itself. So that's it here. And you can see see this looks red to me in the chart, but the floss itself was not red. To me, it didn't look very red. This didn't look red. So those are my color changes. And I'm going to continue with those colors the rest of the charts, as you can see. This is one of my focus pieces this year. So I hope to get good progress on that. Another question I had is, how do I have the floss hanging on the door here? Now, as you can see, it is hanging on a ring. It's like a 3-inch ring. My husband got those little white tabs that you just stick on. You can get them at Home Depot or any you know, hardware store. It's just a hook. It's white and it's got the little hook big enough to hold the rod. This rod is very lightweight. It's like a shower rod or like a pipe, like a real lightweight pipe. And then what I do, you can lift the rods up and slide the rings on, or you can just unsnap the ring and they just hang like that. If you need a closer picture of it, and again, these are just stuck on. There's no nails, there's no anything. So if you want a closer picture of it, just email me and I'll send it to you. Another question, is Instagram the only way that I can order from you the floss tags that you make, the floss drops, the Alice in Wonderland floss drops that I showed in the last video, which I like putting on the rings for a little bit of bling. Floss tags, which I've shown before, and I've had some dyed fabric on my Instagram that I have sold, that I've dyed myself, and a few that I've gotten that I wasn't crazy about. So right now, that is the only way, is through the Instagram. I'll post it on there, and then whoever wants it can have it. The proceeds to that I mentioned in the last video go towards shipping for giveaways for the charts that I give. So right now, I thought about opening an Etsy shop, but I've been hearing good and bad about Etsy, that they have a lot of fees, and which kind of depletes the purpose of putting the, you know, the money towards shipping costs for charts and stuff. So I'm going to look more into it though, because Etsy seems like it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people on Etsy. If I decide to open up a shop, then I'll let you guys know, because really it would be easier for those who don't have Instagram and do want to participate in some of the items that I put up for sale. So I'll let you guys know. I'll think more about it. Let's see, two more questions. What is my name on Goodreads? I had mentioned in my last video that I'm doing a reading challenge just for books, you know, just for myself. And to tell you the truth, I don't know what my name is. I don't even know where to find it. I joined Goodreads a couple years ago, and I do list them, the books that I'm reading and the books that I finish. So my reading challenge is 25 books this year, and I'm still working on number 1. It's ridiculous. I used to read books constantly, and now I stitch so much that when I go to bed, I'm tired. So I'll see if I can find my name on Goodreads. You're more than welcome to follow me, but I don't know what the name is right now. I have no idea. When using variegated thread, like I love the red 115 variegated DMC, do I make a full cross stitch first and then keep making my X's, or do I do a line and then go back, to do my other leg of the cross? I do a full cross stitch. All of my cross stitch are all crosses as I go along. My question to you, now I have a question, so if you guys can help me out. I keep seeing Flosstubers, and I'm going to mention Michelle from Made by Michelle McGraw several times in this video today because she's awesome. She has this dough bowl, and she talks about her dough bowl all the time. And I keep seeing cross-stitch or Flosstubers or cross-stitch people on Instagram. They've got these big bowls, and they've got these little mini cross-stitch pillows and ornaments. They're all, sitting in the bowl. And I love that. I'd like to have that for my back table there. So where do you find a dough bowl? I saw that Kitten Stitcher has 2 of them, but they're a little expensive. They're like almost $80, $75. So, which, okay, if it's a good, really nice bowl, I could see. I mean, I'm sure it is. Teresa does not sell anything that's not good quality. Everything is good quality. Everything is in stock, which is what I love about kittenstitcher.com. I get all kinds of stuff from kittenstitcher.com. So if you know of some good places to find a really nice looking dough bowl, let me know, because I want to be as cool as Michelle is. Okay, so I'd like to show, first let's do the giveaway winner. Last video I had Dutch Beauty as a giveaway. It is a gorgeous, fantastic, amazing chart that I am still thinking about starting on Valentine's Day. I have not kitted this up yet, but I've had my eye on it for so long that I think, you know what, why should I put it why should I put it in the files of charts back there and not start it and start putting some stitches into it? So turns out I bought 2 of them accidentally. I do have one as a giveaway. The winner, the question was, tell me some of your New Year's plans. Some people had some awesome plans. Some of them are doing journaling. They're going to keep track of their stitching. They're going to keep track of daily journaling of things they do, weight they've lost, exercise they're doing. Learning how to knit is another one I saw a lot of. Weight loss, lots of great ideas for plans that they are doing for the new year. So I went and forgot to see what the answer was for the winner, but for the winner of Dutch Beauty is the Blue Ridge Stitcher. So get a hold of me, email me at stacer5 at AOL.com, and I'll mail it to you. Congratulations, Blue Ridge Stitcher. Okay, let's talk about some stuff that I've been working on. I have some finishes. I have a ditch. I have lots of whips to show. Let's get started on that. So, finishes. Let me just tell you how long and how many years I have been working on this baby blanket. It is finally done. It's beautiful. The pattern is called Sweet Snooze, and it's out of a Leisure Arts book called Ripple Blankets for Baby, or Ripple Wraps for Baby. I'll put it down below, but it's in a little leaflet. It's got like 4 or 5 patterns by Leisure Arts, and it is crochet. So after sitting in my closet for probably 4 or 5 years, I got it done. It's all blocked. As you see in the picture, it's all blocked. It's washed. It's perfect. I'm so happy. So let me show you the finish. And here it is. It's ripples, so you can see the bottom. And I love the little bobble stitch that it is. I'm so happy with this. I think it's so pretty. Let me turn the light a little bit, because the light looks like it's kind of gray, but it's really not. It's a bright white and green. So anyway, I finished this. You can see it's pretty long. It's ripples on both sides, so that's the top. And then that is the bottom. So it's done. And now I just need to find someone to give it to. I have no idea what to do with it because the baby that I originally made it for is probably now in high school. Actually, you know, it's been 8 years, probably 8 years that I started working on this. And like I said, this child is now, who knows how old he is. So that's my next question. What do you guys do that crochet and knit blankets, or baby items? What do you do with them? Are there any good online donation places that you can mail goods to? I know people have said local hospitals. I think I'd rather just package it up and ship it off, maybe? I don't know, it depends. So I'm just kind of wondering, what do you guys do with finished items like that? If you know of any good organizations, put it down below in the comments for me. So I ended up buying, I'm going to show some stash in this video that I've bought that I've been meaning to show you guys since November and December. But the most recent, which is related to crochet, so now that this is finished, I mentioned in my last video that I found Attic 24 out of the United Kingdom. They are a fantastic crochet website, and they sell their goods, they sell the supplies through WoolWarehouse in the United Kingdom. So I decided to order. I was not going to place an order until I finished this blanket. So now that it was done, I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and order the new stitch along that's going on called the Meadow Blanket. And I ordered it, it arrived, it is beautiful. Would you guys believe, from the United Kingdom, I ordered it on a Monday, it arrived on Thursday. I have never seen such fast shipping, and putting together and assembling the kit and shipping it off to me. It shipped that day. So if you guys ever purchase from WoolWarehouse in the United Kingdom, I'll put the link below, and you're interested in some crochet kits that are beautiful, check out Attic 24, the blog, and then you order the supplies through WoolWarehouse. So I'll show you what it looks like if you're interested in that. This is how it arrived. Even the bag is a shimmery, iridescent bag. You probably can't tell it in the picture. So this blanket is a full kit. As you can see, it came with all the yarn, and it's all put together in this beautiful bag. Now you can see the shimmer a little bit better. So the blanket is called, the one I got is Meadow Blanket. And this doesn't show the whole blanket, but I'm going to include a picture here so you can see what the blanket looks like. So I highly recommend WoolWarehouse in the United Kingdom and Attic 24's kits. The Meadow Blanket that I just showed is actually a crochet along. It's new through Attic 24. You find the pattern on her blog, and then you purchase through WoolWarehouse. I hope that makes sense. So it's now a crochet along, and it's so fun because my friend Davina, who is also a Flosstuber, is doing the same blanket. I'm so excited to crochet with her, and I'm sure she's gonna race ahead of me because I'm still not starting until another blanket I found in my closet, which I'll show in a minute. Anyway, Davina she has a great floss tube. She has knitting, she has a lot of cross stitch. She has, I think she did fabric dyeing at one time. She crochets, she has all kinds of great stuff to show on her floss tube. So she has Little WorkRoom Crafts on Flosstube and Instagram. And then of course on Instagram, it's all one word, Little WorkRoom Crafts. So check out Davina, stop by, say hello, send her some love. And she's a hoot. She is so fun to watch. She's always laughing and makes me laugh. And so she'll be doing the crochet along with me. The next finish that I have is the Stitching Book Club, A Christmas Carol stitch along that started back in December, I believe it was. Now it came out in 3 parts. I only did parts 1 and 2 because I wanted more of a rounded finish. I didn't want to do the 3rd part, which had some lettering. I think it had a verse or a phrase from the movie a Christmas Carol, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted a round finish so I could ship it off to the finisher and have her turn it into something really pretty. So this is my finish, and it's just small. It's got beads, if you can see. It's got some beads, and the lighting in here today is really bad. It's not real bright. So up close, there's the beads right in the center, and that's my finish on a Christmas Carol stitch along through Stitching Book Club on Instagram. That'd be a pretty little finish on something, and I don't know what the finisher will turn it into, but it was fun to do, and I enjoyed doing it. I think her next book is Sense and Sensibility, so she has a stitch along going for that, different colors, and that one's really gonna be pretty because you can see a sneak peek of the colors in the chart. It's gonna be really pretty. Okay, so I showed you the finish. Christmas Carol stitch along is done. Oh, and I'm not doing Sense and Sensibility. I've got too many other projects going on, and I had some new starts this, God, the static is so bad. I had some new starts this month, which has been ridiculous. It's been January cray-cray for me. So what my theme for February is going to be is Finish It February, and I'll talk about that at the end. So let's start talking about the new starts that I had this month. The first one I want to talk about is a gorgeous, really unique chart, full coverage. It is by Historische Stickmuster. I will put the name here so you guys can understand what I said. I am using Soie d'Alger silks. It came as a kit from Historische Stickmuster. They put together a beautiful kit for me. So these are the colors I'm using so far. It's a bit wrinkly. Let me show you the chart. It is called, I'll translate it for you, The Colors of the Orient. This reminds me so much of my trip to Dubai and India last April or the April before. Those domes are what really caught my eye, and you use metallic floss throughout to really make it shine and shimmer. So it's interesting. And then here's the name of the company, Historische Stickmuster. They have a website. They also have an app on the iPad called the Silk app. I'm going to do a sampler video next week, and I'm going to highlight this company and the Silk app, and I'll tell you all about it. But this is what I started. And it is full coverage, complete full coverage, with the exception of the white lines. That is just a left open, like a blank space. So my progress so far is here. It's gonna be so pretty. I got, I think, 1,000 stitches in at least. And then the colors, now again, this is Soie d'Alger silk. These are the only colors I've used so far, is these three. Pretty. That blue is gonna be really pretty. So that's my first start. The next start I did, and it's because of Made by Michelle McGraw and another Michelle, Mama Loves You GB. If you don't watch these two, you should, because they are so fun. They have beautiful finishes. They have beautiful whips, progress. Michelle has a variety of different kinds of progress that or charts that she's doing, which I love to see. So Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, decided to do a stitch along on the 1864 EF sampler. Here's what it looks like. And you know me, I always start up in here. Lots and lots of color changes. It's gonna be beautiful. So they had shown it on their floss tubes, and I thought, I really like that chart. I'm gonna start it with them. So it's their fault. In fact, Mama Loves You GB Michelle did her last floss tube, and she titled it, It's Michelle's Fault, meaning Michelle McGraw. So I started laughing because I thought it's both of your fault for me starting. It's both Michelle's. So my progress, I'm doing this on 40 count Tobias. And this is my progress so far. It's pretty. This is using DMC. These colors, I tell you. So top left corner, and again, this is what the chart looks like. Lots of alphabet. I wanted a little darker fabric so that way those light color flosses would show up. Really pretty. So that is my progress on the EF sampler. The next start I did is by the Primitive Hair. It is Crow's Lullaby. These were all sitting on my shelf and I thought, why are these just collecting dust? Why don't I just start these and put some stitches into it and watch it build, watch it grow. So the fabric is called Old Salem. It's by the Primitive Hair. I'm using black Anchor 403. And my progress on this is here. It's gonna be pretty. Isn't that beautiful fabric? That's true color right there. Old Salem by the Primitive Hair. Now she's in Italy, but she has a distributor in Texas. So I got my supplies through her in Italy, but she was able to ship them from Texas. So here I am. This is really gonna be pretty. It's stitching up pretty fast. This is only about 2 days, maybe, of stitching. And that's my progress. So it's fun. I really like this one. I love the fabric. And my last new start, actually I have one more that I was gonna show in the last video and I forgot to bring it up. This comes from Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. I'm doing all the stockings. There's at least 4 of them, I think. And this is the one I'm doing, the ABCDEF stocking. This one is on, let's see what the fabric is. 40 count Cafe a Lot or Cafe a Latte. I got it in the Netherlands. So it was through HandWerk Boetiek in Roden. I'll link that shop below. It's beautiful fabric. That's my progress so far. I am using DMC 115. Am I using 115? Let me see. Nope, I'm not. I am using a silk. You'll have to excuse how ugly it is. Not the color. The color's beautiful. My scraggly mess of a silk floss. It is Belsois Cranberry. So that's what it looks like. And that's the name of the floss. So I'm almost done with this. The next video, I should have it done. So that's a pretty quick stitch. Okay, on January 1st, I started A Most Noble Pursuit, which I saw MommaLovesyou GB Michelle is also doing. And we have a couple similarities because there's 2 blocks we don't really like. So it is done by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different designers. And this is what it looks like. Now it's funny because Michelle's taking 2 of these blocks out because she doesn't like them. I mean, it's not that she doesn't like them. She just felt it didn't really go with everything in a way. And I feel the same way. So I'm taking 2 blocks out. I want to say Michelle, we're both going to take this out. Again, this is a pretty chart. I would just rather have the other ones together. Maybe do this separate some other time. But the one I'm not crazy about, this one also is like, I told Michelle, I call it the alien trees. It looks like an alien, like, again, I'm in no way am I saying that the designer didn't do a nice job. I'm just saying I like the colors in these other charts and I'm going to put those all together. Again, I can do this separate, maybe a little pillow or something to go with it, but I would rather have 6 squares together instead of all of them together, if that makes sense. I think Michelle's going to take this one out, and was it this one? You have to watch her last video, MommaLovesyou GB, and she'll say which one she's taking out. So anyway, I have a start, and you will be able to see already that I'm changing colors. This is 32 count taupe, which isn't my favorite color, but it really makes everything look good, the colors. So take a look at this first. This is what I'm starting here. This is probably the biggest, the most stitching of all. So I wanted the lettering up in here to match everything else, which is black. So I'm making the lettering in all the charts. You can see lettering, lettering, and lettering up here. I'm making it black. The flowers, there is a Widow's Walk up here, which is gold or yellow. I changed that to white because every picture I pulled up of a Widow's Walk is white. So I'm changing that. And the flowers, where you can't really see the colors. I didn't like the colors that were chosen for the flowers that are coming down like a trellis, I guess you'd call it. I really wanted those to stand out a little bit more. So I changed those to red. So take a look at that. And then here's my progress. That box is the one I talked about in the last video. It took me forever. It's a lot of stitching. So you can see the Widow's Walk is white. The flowers are red. I took the face off the sun. I wanted just a plain sun. And I changed the lettering to match all the other ones. They're all going to be black. So that's my progress on that. I'll work on that again this week for sure. Okay, moving on. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you about? Most Noble Pursuit, 32 count taupe was the fabric. Watermelon Tourmaline I worked on a little bit. That's Carolyn Manning. I have a stitch along of any Carolyn Manning that anybody wants to do in my group. Oh, it's upside down. So I've been working on that. I have the whole top done. So now I'm working my way down. I got a little bit more done on this. I'm using DMCs. It's really pretty. And this is the progress. Isn't that really pretty? The colors are so bright and pretty. So that's my progress on that. Last but not least, I pulled out a full coverage. I'm so excited. I put almost 500 stitches in. This one you're not going to see a whole lot because unless I start getting more progress, I'm not just going to show you a couple little areas done. That'd be kind of silly for you guys to see. When I get more progress, I'll show it again. But this is called the Christmas Shop by Charting Creations. It is a full coverage piece. It's huge. Again, I like starting in the top left. You'll see the staircase. You'll see this ball. You'll see the calendar starting and basically up in here. So here is my progress. So see, you can see the Christmas decoration, the ball. Here comes the calendar. Here comes some decoration on the stairway. And then you can see the stairway. So I'm excited. It's starting to look like something. And again, until I start filling in more in here, you guys probably won't see this again until then. Okay, last one I want to talk to you about is a ditch. Oh, wait, I have one more thing of progress. I worked on December in the Netherlands, which is an exclusive chart to Dutch Mania by Twin Peak Primitives. This chart, I've mentioned the shop before. You can only get it through Annemiek's shop in the Netherlands. The shop is called Die HandWerk Boetiek, and this is the chart. I've shown it many times before. So I'll put her link down below. If you open her website up in like Chrome or another type of search engine, an internet, it will translate into English for you. So that's the exclusive, December in the Netherlands. And my progress, this is on 32 count Alchemy. I think it's called Alchemy. And there's my progress. I got more on the border done. I got snow on the windmill, and I'm working my way down the building. So isn't that pretty? I love the fabric. I changed out the color of the ice. I wanted more of an icy blue. But other than that, I've left the colors of the buildings and everything else the same. All called for DMC. This is a gorgeous chart, and it's going to be so pretty when it's done. Okay, let's talk about some plans. Finish it February. I am going to get together several Stitch Mania projects that I started back in May. They're almost done. They're small. Those are getting done in February. I don't care what, if I have to work on those solely, that is what's getting finished. I am finishing, and I'm going to knock down my WIP, the amount of works in progress that I have. So finish it February is my plan starting February 1st. I'm going to work on the Stacy Nash I've showed before, Stables at Hollyberry Farm. That's halfway done. So that, along with the smalls, are getting done for sure in February. I did forget to mention one ditch. I decided to ditch it because I don't like the fabric. I got a good, well, not a very good start, but a small start on the Fox and the Rabbit Designs, Charlotte Mills, 1844. Again, I started up in here, so you can see that block is done. This is beautiful. It was started on 40 count ale. It's too dark, I just can't see it. I'm struggling really pretty bad to see the holes. It's a beautiful fabric. So what I did is I ordered, see, that's my start. It's not that much. I can pick that out and use this fabric or give it to my friend Jean if she wants it, because it's too dark for me. I just can't see, even with a magnifier and a light. So what I did is I reordered it through 1-2-3 Stitch in a 32 count that I'm a lot more comfortable with. Plus I want to use 2 strands. I like doing a loop start. It's faster, it's easier. So this is a ditch. Debbie from Debbie from Creatively Yours? When she has a ditch, she tosses it. So when the fabric comes in, I'm gonna restart it and it'll be all good to go again. February 14th, I plan on joining a small stitch along for Jessie Watson. It is by Hands Across the Sea. It's a new chart, which I was gonna show in my new release section. I'll take it out of this so you can see. Jessie Watson, some people in a group, it's Our Sampler Years, I believe, are going to do this as a stitch along. It's kind of an unofficial stitch along, just something small. A friend of mine asked me if I wanted to join, and I said, yes, of course. I love the colors. I might even choose a little bit brighter of a red because I really like the brighter reds, but it's beautiful. The story behind this model is just, it's so incredible. The woman that stitched it, she had a stroke, and I thought I had her name, but maybe I don't have her name. Anyway, she had a stroke and lost her ability in her dominant hand. She could not stitch. So what she did when she stitched this model was had to learn how to stitch with her other hand one-handed. Could you imagine stitching just with one little hand? And it's not your dominant hand. You have to teach your other hand to do it. And she stitched that model. So this is truly an amazing stitch along, and I'm gonna think of her when I stitch this because it's just such a, boy, I tell you, I struggled during all of my surgeries I've told you about, and I just can't imagine what she has gone through just so she can stitch again. And she did a model. It's beautiful. So this will be started with the others on February 14th. I'm going to use DMC on this. Okay, I talked to you about plans. I've got some new releases to show, but let's look at some haul before I move any further. I decided to get this kit through SimplyEilene. It is the cutest Valentine ornament because I mentioned before, this tree has one ornament, one Valentine ornament. So I need some more ornaments on this tree. Anyway, this is what I bought from SimplyEilene on Etsy. Isn't that the cutest kit? It's just felt. It's a felt piece that you put together, you sew it together. And again, SimplyEilene, I'll show you her name. It's right here on Etsy. Well, I misread. Oh, and look at what it comes with. It comes with the 100, is this one? No, it's Sulky threads. So look at the palette. That color palette is beautiful for these ornaments. And they look easy to do. I'm gonna give them a try and I'll show you next video how it goes. So anyway, I misread. She has a full kit. She has felt, she has fabric, floss, as you can see, and she's got the pattern inside. Well, I misread and I chose the wrong one. And I wrote to her, I says, hey, my package didn't come with felt. And she says, oh, you chose the one with only thread and a chart. I'm so dumb. So I didn't want to re-buy the kit again because I already have the supplies, although I could have kept extra floss, I guess. So what she did is she told me about another website to get my felt from. So again, that did not come with felt, but it does. If you look on her website and you're interested in getting this kit, it does come with felt. Pick the one that's got all three, the chart, the felt, and the thread. Don't pick the one that I picked if you want the felt to come with it. So I ended up getting my felt from Benzie, B-E-N-Z-I-E, Etsy and Amazon. I'll show you the card. Benzie. I'll put it down below. And look at how this arrived. Isn't this beautiful? This was clipped here, just like this. It's beautiful. It was very affordable. She sent me all the colors I needed. I got some extras for some other projects. The colors are beautiful. Very, very pretty. So I recommend Benzie and I recommend SimplyEilene. I also got a chart through SimplyEilene. Now, where did it go? My husband moved my stuff and I said, don't drop anything because it's all in order. It's a mess. It's not in order. My poor husband. It is a nutcracker. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Oh, here it is, by Satsuma Street. So this, it's not SimplyEilene. It is the one I got the felt through, sells cross stitch, a few. And this is what I got. Now, you guys know I love the nutcracker. I love the story, but I do have nutcrackers already, but I don't have the Mouse King. So I got the Mouse King through Satsuma Street. Isn't he cool? So again, I got this from Benzie, B as in boy, E-N-Z-I-E. The website is www.benziedesign.com for felt and cross stitch. So I wanted to tell you about this kit. I'm excited to make these. These are going to be a lot of fun. I'll let you know how they turn out. Let's look at some more stash. I discovered through one of my Zoom friends, Catherine, told me about Sulky Floss. Now I have one project. It is a Owl Forest that I'm using black because of Catherine. She told me how great Sulky Floss is. I like it. So I went back and I ordered some reds. This is a kit of reds, different shades. So watch, if you join their email, what's it called, where they send you email specials and stuff, they have lots and lots of discounts, sales and stuff. So try Sulky Floss. For cross stitch, it is 12 weight. If you use 40 count, or even sometimes I think 36, you might want to do the 30 weight, which is a little bit lighter, a little bit thinner. This is the 12 weight, which I use on 32 count, and it says 1 strand equals 2 strands of floss. So it is a little bit thicker when you use it. Just keep that in mind. Let's see. I have lots of fabric. Now, I am not a fabric buyer. I just, you know, fabric, I love fabric, but I just don't buy it that much. So I did decide my stash was pretty low. So Lindy Stitches sent Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. If you ever order from Stephanie, Lindy Stitches, she's fantastic. She ships right away. Her products are great, beautiful fabric. Vintage Country Mocha. You can see the modeling right here. 32 count. I have a subscription through Color and Cotton. This is Swiss Coffee. So you can see it's kind of a lighter white, just a off-white, I guess. Stitching on this. Now this is one of my Fabric of the Month clubs. I love this fabric so much. It is soft. It's just a great fabric to stitch on. So I'm very happy with that count. I got some 40 count Newcastle linen. Picture this plus. You can kind of see through the bag the color, Legacy. It's a real pretty sampler color, I guess you could say. There we go. That's better compared to the white. Another Color and Cotton, Warm Sienna. I'll take this out of the bag. I should have done that for you guys. Warm Sienna. This is beautiful. I like putting it up against white so you can see the colors. Very light modeling. Anyway, highly recommend Color and Cotton's Fabric of the Month Club. I get 32 count. I also got some fabric finally. I cannot say enough good things about Seraphim Fabrics. She has a website and her fabrics are gorgeous. This is a loud bag. So the fabric that I got from Seraphim is Lugana Summer Storm. Let me open this up so you can see it a little bit better. Summer Storm. Look at the modeling on that compared to the white board. Let's open it up a little more. There we go. That's pretty true right there. Isn't that pretty? So that's Seraphim. I love her fabrics. This one's called Winter White by Seraphim. You can see it is white, but it's just off, just a tiny little bit. There we go, right there. Winter White. And also I got a big cut of antique lace. Now antique lace is a little bit more gray, I guess you could say, compared to the white board. This is the antique lace. This is Winter White. See, when you're online, you can get an idea. You can see this might be a little bit gray. So it's so hard to order online, which is why I want to show it against a white board so you can try and get an idea. And then Chai. Chai is beautiful. It's also a whitish, but it's kind of more brown, I guess you could say. Chai is very pretty. It's actually more, it's got a little peach tone to it in a way. Let's open it up some more. So Chai is kind of a brownish off-white in a way. Really pretty. I want to show a bag that was made for me, especially for me, because you know I have a law enforcement background, and it was made by Leann from Small Town Stitches. Now she has a Flosstube, Small Town Stitches, Flosstube, and she's also on Instagram as Small Town Stitches. Her name is Leann, and she made me a bag, a project bag. When someone does that for me, that means so much to me, and especially when they know it's something I really like. So if you don't know the story of law enforcement, there is a thin blue line. Thin blue line stands for an officer that was killed in the line of duty. And the blue line is very special to us. Sometimes you'll see a flag with a blue line across. That is for law enforcement, a fallen law enforcement officer. So this just, I tell you what, Leann, you knocked it out of the park. This is gorgeous. And I am so proud to have this bag. Thank you so much for thinking of me and for my background, and I just thank you so much for this. So again, follow Leann on Small Town Stitches. She is her projects. I don't know how she gets the progress that she does. It's amazing what she gets done. She's got long dogs. She's got all kinds of beautiful stitching, so check her out. I can't say enough about her. She's just awesome. Okay, so let's show a little bit more haul. I got a sampler, Martha James. It is a Hands Across the Sea. Now I'm gonna have a couple sampler videos coming up, but they're spaced out between regular videos because not everybody wants to see samplers, and that's okay. I love samplers. So my regular floss tubes are about every kind of cross stitch. My sampler videos are all on samplers. So I'm gonna do a highlight. The next one's going to be the German company I told you about, Historische Stickmuster. I'm gonna highlight them. I'm gonna highlight the app they have for the iPad. And the video next will be a regular floss tube. After that will be a Hands Across the Sea. So here's another one I got. I love these two people. I think this is so beautiful. The red rose, the red flower. So this is Martha James 1844. I think that's so pretty. So again, I'm gonna highlight Hands Across the Sea. Maybe I'll even ask Nicola if she wants to come on my video. I'm so excited to ask her. We'll see what she says. Okay, Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. It has 12 different designs. This came in the mail. Here's the one on the back. Beautiful, beautiful designs. Drums. This is the one that really catches my eye. That crow. He's beautiful. So that arrived. Let's see, I got my fabric stash from Fortnite Fabrics. I'm a part of 2 different ones. I am a part of 12 Shades of Gray, which is a monthly club. This one is called Pardon Me. It is gray. Let's see if I can find my thing. This is the gray. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. You guys did such a great job. So anyway, this is part of the Fabric of the Month Club. Fortnite Fabric ships from North Carolina, and they have 4 different clubs, 4 or 5 that you can join. Now I'm part of the 12 Shades of Gray. So every month I'm gonna get a cut of fabric that's gray in color. Let's open this up a little more. Gorgeous fabric. 32 count for me. The other one I got is Subtle Samplers. So these are all sampler colors. This one is called Ruth. They choose old time names, like, you know, names that have been around a long time. This is very slight modeling. Kind of hard to tell against the white, but there is some color. Very subtle for a sampler. So you get the idea. This fabric is beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and do, I'm gonna show another book that I got from, now as you guys know, I did a sampler video and I mentioned Darlene Osteen. She passed away recently. She had done a book, that was this book I got through Annie's Cross Stitch. And this whole book is on how to stitch. So it's called The Proper Stitch. It's all specialty stitches. It's got every single stitch you can think of. Here's just an idea. And it's a fantastic book. There's so many specialty stitches I don't know how to do, and all I have to do is flip through the book, find it, and stitch it. She makes it easy to understand, and it's beautiful. So I did get this book. It was very affordable through Annie's Cross Stitch. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some new releases before I end the video. We've got several. Crochet A Go-Go, which I've talked about before. I'm going to put the name here. They are on Etsy. They have a limited edition that comes with a tin box. It's so cute. It's after her dog named Jack and her cat named Meggie. It's a Valentine's pattern. Crochet A Go-Go on Etsy. Next, we've got Bella Filipina, Daughters of Estuary. Isn't this amazing? It is just gorgeous. I'm flipping through these a little fast because the video is going to be a little bit long. Country Cottage Needleworks, Love Lives Here. That's really pretty too. And then next we have Autumn Lane Stitchery, Love Grows Here. Isn't that beautiful? These charts are amazing. Stitching with the Housewives. Here's one that I want to get. Here Comes Peter Cottontail. Isn't that cute? And then we also have the April Truckin' Along series. Really cute. Galliana Cross Stitch Designs on Etsy. We have Key to My Heart. That is so pretty. She's got some wonderful charts. Twin Peak Primitives. We've got the Blue Carpenter Bees. That's one I'm going to be getting. That bee, that little blue bee at the top, he's beautiful. We have Madame Chantilly, Celebrate Winter. Another fantastic chart, stitched up. I'll see if I can include a few pictures of the stitched up chart. And then of course the first one I'm going to show is the computer generated. It's called American Gardens by the German company I was talking about, Historische Stickmuster. American Gardens. Absolutely, look at these pictures. They're so beautiful. They have another one that I have called American Homes. I'll see if I can include a picture here too. Gorgeous. So the new one that just came out is American Gardens. Next, we have Jessie Watson, which I showed earlier, Hands Across the Sea, which I'll be doing February 14th with a group of stitchers. Hands on Design, Kathy Haberman, Hop On In. Isn't that cute? And last but not least, we have Reflet de Soie, one of my favorites. I don't know how to pronounce this. Isn't that just fantastic? I'm going to show the name here because I'm butchering the name. Okay guys, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back next week for a sampler video. And then a regular Flosstube video will be in 2 weeks. Facebook, I am stitching space numbers 911. Instagram, I am 911 Stitcher, all in letters. So join us if you're interested in joining the group. Our Zooms are a lot of fun. Where nobody's cliquey, nobody makes anybody feel uncomfortable. We're very, very welcoming. It's a stitching and crafting group only. It's just fun. So join us on Facebook, and I hope to see you on Instagram. I think that's it. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.